Hello everyone and welcome to Corey Loses, where today we're going to be starting a new preview series of Star Wars Thrawn's Revenge 2 Ascendancy for Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion. In this playthrough we're going to be playing as the Imperial Remnant. We're going to be going down the Palpatine regime branch, because you can choose between either Dala, Thrawn Imperial, or Palpatine. So we're going to be playing with stuff like the World Devastators and Galaxy Gun and Eclipse. Essentially Palpatine's whole thing is that he's got all these super weapons, but he can only use them once, so he has these pretty clear power points, and if they die, he loses a lot of that power. We've also limited the Galaxy Gun. For those of you who've played the previous version, the Galaxy Gun can now only fire 3 times total. I'm not sure if that buff's been put in yet, but that's what we're doing with it. Anyways, do keep in mind while you're watching this that everything you're seeing is still a work in progress. We're going to be starting the beta phase soon, so a lot of balancing still needs to be done. We also want to change some of the AI behavior as much as we can to change sort of what they're building and when. So there's a lot of fine-tuning in those to be done, and there's also a lot of text and icons that need to be changed. So we are going to keep teams locked. We're going to have random events off right now, so the series we don't kill us all. We're going to be using these settings. And we're going to be playing as the Remnant against the New Republic and Pentastar Alignment. So it's a 30-planet map, 3 players. It's not a symmetrical start map. That's one of the things we're also working on for this version, is adding in a couple more maps. We're doing Homeworld Victory. We're trying to work on a couple more maps that are more competitive-oriented, so symmetrical. But we've got our hero base here. This is Palpatine. The icon there isn't super clear. But we're going to be going for Emperor Palpatine, and we're going to be going down this tree here. So, let's start getting some military labs in. And... oh, I wanted to click on you. Grab some ISDs. And a couple Carracks. So we're on Corellia. Do we have... nope.
What are your orders?
So the Dala branch, she ends up letting you have... her only hero is Dala herself. And that means she can have 2 executors at any given time. With Palpatine, his only hero is himself on the Eclipse, but when he dies, he's dead and gone. So you only get the Eclipse once. If you lose it, it's on you. And you're going to start regretting a lot of your life decisions. So, just need this ISD, and then we can go invade some planets. The Thrawn Imperial branch is a lot more balanced fleet approach. So they have 2 heroes. We might add a 3rd one in for them. And they're a lot more focused on the power of their individual ships and like fleet buffs instead of being like the super weapon focus of Palpatine or even a little bit on Dala. So like with Thrawn and Imperial being like one end of the spectrum focused on the fleet, Palpatine being the other end of the spectrum focused on the super capitals. Dala is somewhere in the middle there.
Found an apt site for further operations.
So let's see.
Carrack en route. Reporting. Charge laser cannons.
We've got the ionic disruption ability on the Carracks. And what are we going to get here? Let's just get the colonize ability. And we'll get that on the way past. This map's a little tight, so it may end up lagging a little bit faster than I'd hoped. We should be okay. Actually, what I do want to do, I want to switch this out. Where's the green one? No, that's too green. There we go. That's kind of Imperial.
Captain here. Engines.
Alright. So there have been some videos, if you haven't seen those, about the tech tree changes and ability changes with 1.1 for each of the factions. We haven't done the Empire of the Hands yet. They're going to be coming pretty soon because I just finished most of the tech tree stuff in the last couple days. But if you do want to see a bit more in-depth for all the factions. You can check that out on the channel here. I'll try to put a link in the description if I remember, but I probably won't remember. Grab some this stuff. Let's get a military and civilian lab.
Reporting. Attacking.
I kind of want to play with some of the combat ranges just so that combat looks a little bit more cinematic. We don't want to make it too short, but just so that you can... The draw distance isn't shorter than the combat range, so you can actually look between the fleets when you're fighting a bit better than you can right now. Alright, so these should be okay. Yeah, we're not gonna use so much there. I do want to just grab this and start building up a little bit more before we get attacked and before we lose out on the opportunity to go through this area. Let's throw that in there. Wait, gotta kill the Vindicator. Vindicator, then the Strike Cruiser. Probably better to go for the Strike Cruiser first, really, but... Once the shields are down on the Vindicator, we'll switch our Carracks to attacking Strike Cruiser, because they only really have ion cannon damage, or ion damage. Their turbo lasers aren't great. So they're great at shredding shields, but they're not great at doing hull damage. I don't think we're going to lose this ISD. Let's grab another civic station. Wait, no, I want to... How many do we have? Yeah, I want to wait until we can... Oh, I want to wait until we can build the
Heavy cruiser standing by.
the trade port.
Star Destroyer ready.
We won't fill that up yet. Get that. We'll get the Dreadnought to finish that off, because it's basically dead. This is pretty high up on our list of assets to be redone, the Dreadnought. Especially with Fall of the Republic coming up, that's going to be one of my higher priority ones. Some of these ships that are going to be in like all 3 mods. So like the Dreadnought, the Carrack, that kind of thing. Strike Cruisers up there. Especially now that Bane's on the team doing some extra coding. Because before, for the last release, I did like all the sins coding basically. And now with Bane doing a lot of the abilities and helping with a lot of that stuff, it frees me up to sort of float wherever I need to. If I want to do some models, I can.
Heavy cruiser standing by.
Let's see if we can go over here. No, that's not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. Yeah, it's another ISD. But we do need another planet.
A new facility is complete. Star Destroyer ready.
I think the New Republic probably won't be too much of a threat on this map. Because the Peninsular Alignment is going to expand pretty fast. And... Oop, there's a center point station here. This doesn't do anything quite yet, but you can probably guess a bit what it's actually going to do. If it doesn't get destroyed. Yeah, this one's going to get destroyed. We captured it.
We have found an apt site for further operations.
But like none of the stats and abilities have been set up for it yet. We just set up the entity. So
reporting.
It's not really reflective of what we're ultimately going to use it for. I don't think it'll be done for this release. A lot of the random event stuff and encounterable are being spread out throughout future releases mostly.
Destroyer here. Star Destroyer ready.
Alright, shields are going back up. Let's get, this is a Thrawn specific icon, or ability, so.
Destroyer here.
We're gonna be switching out the probe droid ability, I believe, for the ISD one. Either that or the mole miners. We want to give them something that's directly combat related, because right now the ISD are a little bit underpowered.
Captain reporting.
We got all these guys. Let's get you going.
Captain reporting.
I think we're safe now
En route.
to invade.
Destroyer here.
Let's get... Oh. How's our research looking?
We lack the required installations.
Let's just get these two economic ones, and then as soon as we can, we're going to get the trade port. I just don't want to fill up our logistics slots before we have that. Do we not? Oh, it'd be... Yeah, wait, this is weird. I could have swore the Remnant had a logistics slot increase tech as well, but it might just be under something. I'll have to check those positions. Not going to be doing any diplomacy this match. So let's research the strike cruiser. And
Hyperspace jump complete. Moving to sector.
once we can get rush training, we're going to research our regime, but we're not going to do it until then.
Heavy cruiser standing by.
This is too scary.
Moving.
Get out of there. We're going to be toning down a lot of the militia. That's one of the things that we still need to do. That'll probably be more during the actual beta phase. Toning down some of the militia, scaling it a bit differently, and we want to throw in some different groups. So if we can get the Yavitha thrust ships in, and then maybe some, instead of having like some maps that are all Imperial and all Hapen, just have a mix of like Imperial, Hapen, New Republic, Empire of the Hand, or Chiss, Ceruvi, Yavithan, just any mix of whatever. What do we got here? Ooh, this is fairly easy to take. That should also help with the AI a bit, too. We'll grab some of that. You guys are getting ready.
Moving to sector. Moving to sector. We have found an apt site for further operations. Research complete. What are your orders?
Okay. That's a lot.
Cruiser ready.
So let's make sure they focus on the VSDs.
We have found an apt site for further operations.
If we can kill the ISDs, I'm just going to look at or the VSDs, then there's the Dreadnought. Should be okay. That's because we have two ISDs. Yeah, the Vindicator's in rough shape. Let's get these guys, two Carracks, Dreadnought. Keep you focused over here. And yeah, you guys are still good. Lancer, you want to actually kill the TIE fighters? Oh, they're dead. Never mind. How's this going? They are... Oh, they're just starting to fire at it now. Never mind. I was going to start being mean to them. But I don't have to, because they're listening. But yeah, so the open beta for this is going to be starting soon on the forums. We're starting with slightly more closed off with a post-restricted group on the forums having access to it called the Admiral's Lounge. So there'll be like a week or two of that where we get some of the bigger issues, and then we're going to slowly expand it out. So in about probably 3 or 4 weeks, we'll have it available to everyone on the forums, and then after that, after like a week or two of that, it'll be fully available to everyone. So we want to get as much balancing done, and like if there's any abilities that need to be changed out, any text that need to be changed out, we want to get as much information as we can on that sort of stuff from as wide a player base as we can, and it also gives us some time to finish off some loose ends while we're also getting that feedback, which is why stuff like text and icons get left until last. I'm gonna go see how that other battle's going, so that we have like just prioritizing that way makes sense. So everything gets like all the important artwork and stuff, all the basic mechanics are in, and then it's just a lot of numbers changes and documentation that's happening when we're getting that feedback, because that's all the kind of stuff that is most likely to change when we are getting that feedback. It's very rare that the feedback results would be we need to add an extra unit or completely change a game mechanic. It's more just balancing, and then if we do need to switch something out, there's no reason to have all the text and icons done for it, because that stuff's like the worst, most tedious part of modding. No one wants to do that.
Star Destroyer ready. Deploying to sector.
Okay, so we got all that. How are we looking? Third worst fleet. Or not third worst, the worst fleet. We're third.
Reporting.
Who has the colonize ability? Ooh, that's scary. Get you over there. Colonize before bad things happen. Or deploy garrison, not really colonize.
Captain reporting.
Let's also...
Cruiser ready.
I've never heard of that planet before. Get some Moose Scouts. So yeah, a lot of the maps that we're working on for this version are going to be maps that aren't based necessarily on cannon starting positions like a lot of the existing ones are. So they're going to be pretty much entirely based on just gameplay. And so a lot more of the symmetrical sort of competitive maps that you'd expect, which were pretty severely lacking in the last few releases.
Scout ready.
Or I guess the last release, because there was only... Well, 0.95 existed. But never mind. Let's get that. Get that. And we're going to start upgrading the planets as well.
Scout ready.
For some reason I always forget to do this when I'm recording. Like I always do it if I'm just playing on my own, but if I have to sit here and talk, it's easy to forget that I'm supposed to be doing stuff properly.
Star Destroyer ready. Destroy that target. We require more Durasteel.
Alright, so let's grab our stuff here. I don't want to expand the fleet too much too fast because we do pay for them as we go. They have innate upkeep costs.
Captain reporting.
Let's see. The research costs are probably going to be increased pretty significantly for getting the Eclipse. Because we'd rather put it on... I'm not sure if we're going to put most of the cost on the research or on the actual ability, because you're only using the ability once anyways. So if you're researching it, you're probably going to use it right away. It'll probably come down to what the AI end up liking more. Or I guess the testers. Let's get these guys ready. We did lose the center point station. I was hoping one of those scouts would come over here.
New actual reporting.
Okay, good, it is. What was here?
A new facility is
2 Lancers, 2 Carracks, a Vindicator, a VST, a Strike Cruiser, 2 Dreadnoughts. So similar to what was over here, actually.
An Imperial fleet is under attack.
And same as here. Ooh, there's the New Republic. That's a little scary. And the PA is just over there. Alright, so we're going to have to fortify in one of these back worlds and work off of that.
A new facility is complete. All stations on standby.
So if we get up to about here,
A new facility is complete.
here or here, and then we just stop, and we try to take over as much of this area as we can, that's probably going to be best. I think there's more to the map down here.
We have found an apt site for further operations.
Well, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah. So there's like 5 or 6 more planets down this way.
Moving to sector.
So they're going to have to kill each other before they're going to come after us too much.
Moving to sector. Our supporting fleet is moving to attack. A new facility is complete.
Alright. Grab that.
Destroyer here. Research complete.
One there, so we just need 2 more.
Planet upgrade complete.
Almost.
We require more durability.
No, we don't. Alright, what's our planet upgrade situation looking like? That's full. This one still needs to be upgraded.
Gun batteries ready.
Strike Cruiser.
Intensify laser fire.
The Carrack has some weird, I think it's either specular or the normal map. I think I just have to switch 2 channels for it. And the texture, like all the textures have a red, green, and blue channel. And I think for one of the textures it's just reversed, which is why sometimes part of the ship will look like it's being highlighted and the other half looks like it's in darkness, even though they've got the same light source on them.
Star Destroyer ready.
Alright. Making a bit of progress.
Sector.
No, I didn't mean to click that.
All batteries open.
Meant to
fire.
click that. What do they got going on over here? Don't kill me.
Planet
Ooh, they've got a decent fleet coming together there.
An Imperial fleet is under attack.
If we can just grab these 2 planets and these 2 planets just to start getting set up, then I think that's going to be our main, oh crap, our main goal. I'll just wait for that to come back. That's fine. Okay.
A new facility is complete.
Gotta stay away from these MC-80s. Alright, so that actually is the extent of the map down here, and then there's a couple more Pentastar planets over here. It looks like.
We have found an apt site for further operations.
The size of the... this map seems pretty heavy on the larger militia forces, which might hold the AI back a little bit. It seems like they're actually doing okay with them. Because we have about equal planets for everyone. I don't know if they have Tantheor. It seems like they probably do. Not yet, but they're about to get it, so... Yeah, 4 or 5 planets for each of us.
We have found an apt site for further operations.
They're not doing too bad.
Captain reporting.
Grab a tractor beam. No, you're gonna die.
En route.
Oh, they've got full shields, never mind.
Gun batteries ready. Engaging enemy.
Gotta make sure we kill these dreadnoughts. Alright, what's next? Got a decent credit income right now. Don't think we had a trade forward here. So let's actually throw a military lab there. And nope, we'll scuttle a military lab here so we can build a trade port there. This is Kerbal? Oh, Kiral, not Kerbal.
Destroyer here.
Nice space program here. Alright, there goes the last one. We're going to get one more planet, looks like.
Captain reporting.
No, just,
Star Destroyer.
don't need everyone to kill one Lancer. Not efficient use of our resources. Not gonna lie.
Stormtroopers have secured a planet.
Get all these resources. Get one of those. Get one of those.
The Empire cannot afford such expenditures at the moment.
Once 1.1's actually out, we're gonna get back into doing a lot more community matches on the channel. One of the reasons that they've been so few and far between is partially because of my schedule, which I'm really gonna try to get more consistent. I should be able to do it on like a 3-week cycle pretty reliably after the release, or at least even when we're in beta, just doing some streams once it's open with access to the open beta. And we'll go from there. Oop. It's supposed to be research locked.
Destroyer here.
But yeah, we should be able to address, especially once we're in beta, a lot of the sort of competitive balance issues that existed in the last version, and then whatever we haven't addressed so far.
Destroyer here.
No, yeah, we're gonna do that. So let's. Can we build that yet? Yeah. Let's just keep going down the civilian tree.
A new facility is complete.
But I think that's actually going to do it for the first episode. I'm going to be putting these episodes up daily until this game's done. So that should get us through probably to the weekend, maybe till Monday. It seems to work better that way for Sin's games to have the full game come out a bit quicker rather than like Empire at War, you do a couple times a week. And that seems like it works. And then with Sin's, I'm going to try doing the full game in a shorter period of time and But anyways, thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow with the next episode then. If you enjoyed this video, here are some more videos you may enjoy. Also, please consider becoming a subscriber, leaving a like, a comment, or becoming a patron on Patreon today. Your support is what keeps the channel going and is greatly appreciated.